Hey Cowboys Nation, let's go for another round of news from America's team. Watch until the end so you don't miss any news and sign up to stay tuned for everything that comes out about the Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb reportedly set to be priority for Cowboys in terms of contract extensions. There are a number of things that the Dallas Cowboys have to tend to this offseason. Among the most pressing matters needing attention are the extensions for Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb and Micah Parsons. It remains to be seen whether or not all, or any really, of them will receive extensions from the team, as each of them is in a bit of their own unique box. Prescott is entering the final year of his current contract with the team and cannot be traded or have the franchise tag placed upon him next offseason. The grains of sand are getting thin in the hourglass. Lamb is also entering the final year of his contract with the Cowboys and is coming off of the most impressive statistical season that any wide receiver has ever had in franchise history. Unlike his quarterback, Lamb is at the negotiating table for the first time with the Cowboys, which separates his situation just a bit. Parsons is also able to talk cheese for the first time in his career, but as a first-round draft pick in 2021, he is only entering his fourth year with the club and has an option year left before things get as scary. He could always choose to force the issue by holding out, but the main point is that Dallas has the most time of team control left with him relative to the others. It appears CeeDee Lamb may be the priority for Dallas to sign first. The Cowboys may not wind up negotiating extensions with everyone on this list, but once they do get working, it stands to reason that CeeDee Lamb will be the first phone number they dial. NFL Network's Jane Slater said so on Tuesday afternoon. As for the contracts, all is quiet on that front. Still nothing with Dak Prescott. I anticipate that CeeDee Lamb at some point will get his. I think he's probably first in line in terms of priority, and then they've got to get to Micah Parsons. But annual reminder: signing their guys is their idea of free agency. At first glance, you may wonder why Lamb would be the priority given the importance of the quarterback position. While we do not know whether or not Dallas will land deals with everyone, it is worth pointing out the context of everything involved. The wide receiver market has the potential to change the most in the short term, with Justin Jefferson wanting a new deal from the Minnesota Vikings and Jamar Chase wanting his own from the Cincinnati Bengals. Dallas has those two to beat in terms of market rate. Cowboys linked to new potential starting running back for first move, report. The Dallas Cowboys may have found their replacement for Tony Pollard in NFL free agency. NFL Network's Ian Rapoport reported that the Cowboys have shown an interest in Green Bay Packers free agent A.J. Dillon. As the Packers have rebuilt their RB room, free agent RB A.J. Dillon has several options outside GB, with sources say he's looking at the Giants, Colts and Cowboys, Rapoport detailed in a March 13, 2024 message on X. Dallas may be looking to replace Pollard's production with multiple running backs. NFL Network's Jane Slater reported that the team is trying to create a new duo similar to Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott. Slater mentioned the report about A.J. Dillon being connected to the Dallas Cowboys just now on NFL Network, blogging The Boys' R.J. Ochoa noted on X on March 13. She noted that she believes the feeling is mutual. I think what the Cowboys are looking to do here is trying to replicate a Tony Pollard, Ezekiel Elliott situation. Potential Dallas Cowboys target A.J. Dillon posted 7 touchdowns in 2022. Dillon's numbers are unlikely to wow fans, but it is important to remember the veteran has largely shared a crowded backfield in Green Bay. The running back posted 178 carries for 613 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns in 15 appearances last season, including 6 starts. Dillon also added 22 receptions for 223 receiving yards in 2023. The playmaker is 1 season removed from posting 770 rushing yards and a career-high 7 touchdowns in 2022. Cowboys rumors. Dallas had an interest in adding Zach Moss but passed on his asking price. Several of the star running back options have already found new teams. Players like Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley, Austin Eckler and DeAndre Swift have all agreed to terms with new franchises. With Pollard departing to the Tennessee Titans, the Cowboys had been mentioned as a possible landing spot for some of these veterans. Instead, Dallas is still looking for their new starting running back. The Cowboys could also turn to the upcoming NFL draft to find their next RB1. Dallas showed an interest in free agent running back Zach Moss. The rusher ultimately landed with the Cincinnati Bengals after the Cowboys passed on his price tag. Cowboys were in the mix today for RB Zach Moss, a person familiar with the discussions said. The Dallas Morning News' Michael Gelkin reported with a March 11 message on X. Ultimately, the price extended past their comfort point. Moss agreed with Bengals on a 2-year, $8 million contract that includes $4.525 in earnings this year. The Dallas Cowboys will need more at running back than simply adding A.J. Dillon. Even if the Cowboys sign Dillon, the team will likely need to add another running back to pair with a veteran in the backfield for 2024. Pro Football Focus's Marcus Mosher is among those who has expressed skepticism on Dillon's fit in Dallas. "I'm not opposed to the Cowboys signing A.J. Dillon," Mosher said on X on March 13. "I don't think he's great, but it would be an upgrade over what they have on the roster." Cowboys veteran, ex-first-round pick latest to bolt for Commanders. Another Dallas Cowboys veteran is bolting for the Washington Commanders. Just hours after the Commanders signed key Cowboys veterans such as defensive end Durance Armstrong and center Tyler Biadasz, Dallas division rival is plucking another one of their players. According to Jordan Schultz of Bleacher Report, the Commanders are signing pass rusher Dante Fowler. Free agent pass rusher Dante Fowler Jr. plans to sign with the Commanders, sources tell Bleacher Report, wrote Schultz on Tuesday, March 12. Dan Quinn continues to bolster his defensive line. Dante Fowler's production dipped in 2023. The 29-year-old Fowler had spent the past 2 seasons with the Cowboys, initially signing as a free agent during the 2022 offseason. The former number 3 overall pick's signing meant a reunion with his former head coach with the Atlanta Falcons, Dan Quinn. While playing under Dallas' then defensive coordinator, Fowler posted 6 sacks and 27 tackles in a productive reserve role during the 2022 season. However, his production saw a major dip in 2023 despite not seeing a major decrease in snaps. He posted just 13 tackles to go along with 4 sacks this past season. Fowler appeared in 25% of the defensive snaps during the 2023 season compared to the 30% of the defensive snaps he played during the 2022 season. Since entering the NFL as a high first-round draft pick in 2016, Fowler has shown flashes of greatness. He posted 11.5 sacks with the Los Angeles Rams during the 2019 season, but he's never really been consistent. He hasn't started a game since the 2021 season and has posted less than 5 sacks in 5 of his 8 seasons in the league. Across stints with the Cowboys, Rams, Falcons and Jacksonville Jaguars, Fowler holds career totals of 45 sacks and 240 tackles in 125 games and 40 starts. Fowler's signing in Washington means Quinn, the new head coach in Washington, has now poached 3 of his former players from the Cowboys early on in free agency.